Good morning. Today is Sunday, January the 14th. The year is 2024. It's funny how we are 14 days into 2024. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. It is freezing cold outside. I keep forgetting to go by Home Depot and get this weather stripping for this door that Ginger ripped off over here. So every time I sit in this chair, I feel that cold breeze on my feet, and I look over to that door. And I think about Ginger Badass, who's in her cage right now. Yesterday, Ginger and Grayson went on a tour of smoke rides, running up and down the street. I was chasing them up and down the street. Y'all, they were running up and down the street, running from me, running through cars. The few cars that come by here, I would tell people to slow down so we wouldn't hit these stupid mutts. When I finally called Grayson, I called his ass first. He tripped up and I called his ass. I tore his ass up. I drug his ass back to the house, beat the shit out of his ass, threw it in that damn cage. Boy, we tussled in this damn house. Then I had to go back out there. Then it took me and Earl to go get Ginger's ass because she was running all over the damn place. She's fast. She's running. So we tried to trap her ass and get her stupid ass. I finally trapped her behind this one house. And Earl couldn't get up the top of the hill fast enough for she sprinted around the car and ran that back out down into the street and back. So eventually, after a little bit of running and chasing, we did get Ginger here. And she got the beating of her entire life. I took this little shoe. It's not a hard little shoe, but it scares the shit out of them. I tore her ass up with this little shoe. And there were no dogs were harmed in the beating of their asses during the making of the running yesterday. It was ridiculous. Then they stayed in their cages all day yesterday because I was not great chase. I took them out, put them back in their cage. I'm not going to go through this. But anyway, they're in their cages now this morning, still resting because they know they were bad as hell yesterday. But today, when I take Ginger out, she's going on the leash. You see, she's the one who starts all his problems. She's going to have to be on the leash until I get this fence up around here. Once I get this fence and electric gate up, then I don't have to worry about this shit no more. But I'm going to have to put a vest in the fence. I was trying to figure out about the pool and all this other stuff first, but I can't do that. I need to get this fence up and worry about that pool later. What's that? Anyway, it is a gorgeous, cold Sunday morning. So, anyway, I said I was going to do a video about, I don't know what's going on, but I have a lot of friends, associates, people I've known for years, about 5 guys who have gone into situations where they have met women over the past few years and had children with these women. Now, these are gay men. The women know they're gay. The women, in some instances, approach these guys. All these guys are financially well off. They're doing well. And they're lured into having children by these women on the hopes that these women would, I guess some people have the desire, they want to have kids. I ain't never had that desire. But I do remember in my early 20s, a woman, an associate of mine, had approached me when I was in my early 20s about having children with her. And I considered it very briefly. And I looked at all the difficulties my sisters were having with the kids they had, and I realized I don't want to have you bothered with no children, especially in a scenario where we're sharing custody of a child. I don't particularly care for that type of environment where the child is going from one home to the next home. We're not in the same household. No. And there were some things she said that were kind of alarming to me about how she wanted her child raised, Christian religion, all this bullshit. I said, I'm not going down that path. I'm not raising no child in that fake-ass Christian bullshit. Hell no. But anyway, these 5 associates that I know have all had children by different women. One child by one woman. And now, all of a sudden, the women who lured them into having these children then flipped the script. They went from, we're going to share custody. It's your son, your child. They're having one particular person, he spent money on a baby shower. He went through all this stuff with these 2 lesbian women who he met off Facebook. I don't know what he was thinking. Well, let me just say this. I think one of the reasons why these women are choosing these gay guys as marks, because gay men have not gone through what a lot of straight men have gone through with their kids through family court, fighting for custody, child support payments. They don't understand this, and a lot of gay friends many times have not gone through that either. So these gay guys get lured into having children with these women, and these women flip the script after the child is born and not allow them to have custody, to seek visitation rights. Ran one of my friends into into court and got on child support payments when they, had an agreement that they would both be responsible for taking care of the child. And now he's paying child support payment and fighting to have visitation rights and stuff. Watch, these women are devious, y'all. Y'all, straight men learned about this a long time ago, and I think a lot of gay guys are learning. These women, when it comes to these children, are very devious. They'll say anything to get that baby. And once that child is here, they're going to flip the script and you won't see that child. You're going to be fighting for custody, fighting for visitation rights. Fight all these guys, all 5 that I know, are now in court, in family court. Because see, family court don't care about these arrangements y'all made before this child was born. They don't care about this shit. Whatever happens in family court is kind of like Vegas, is what happens. Not these agreements y'all made prior and beforehand. Do y'all know what it costs to get an attorney and go and fight in family court to get visitation for your child that y'all agreed to have? Well, listen, I don't even know why anybody would be suckered into believing what these women got to say. These women are so devious and low down, lying outright, knowing that when that baby get here, they're running off with him. One guy, I remember this was going on about 2-3 years ago. He was having this baby with this woman. And I asked him, I said, you sure you want to do this? Because this man works at Emory Hospital. He makes good money, highly educated. He was all excited about having this baby with this woman. And I saw him. It's funny. I saw him a few weeks ago. And I asked him, how's everything going? And that's what he told me. Well, she ran off with the child to another state, and he's fighting to get custody, fighting to get visitation rights. She won't, just a nightmare. And I had warned him. I said, listen, this is your first time going through this, but there are thousands of black men, thousands of men, period, going through this with custody of these kids, trying to get custody, trying to get visitation. They end up in the court system. He was like, man, this has been, he was very sad and depressed about this because he had made all these plans. What is this? Made all these plans to, that's a weird person be calling me this early on Sunday. Anyway, he made all his plans with his child, his son he had, and I said, listen, if you are a gay man, you better be very careful with these women. And y'all running around here having these kids with these women. Because I have yet found one person who's had a gay man who's had a child with these women. You better off getting a surrogate mother or whatever you want to get, whatever it's called. But these women who are approaching y'all, friends and women you've known for years and all that shit, they will flip the script on your ass in a heartbeat. And in many instances, they feel like you just going to walk away and they'll just have a baby to themselves. Because it's such a time-consuming process, going to court, fighting, getting an attorney, serving bitches with paperwork, they moving from state to state, they running with the baby. It can be very time-consuming, and some men just give up. Very time-consuming, very expensive. You all better stop and think. And the 2 people that I know who've done this recently, one hasn't even seen the child that was born. He hasn't even been able to hold or touch the child that he had with this woman. Only saw a picture. They got to go get DNA tests. and fight with these women. Y'all, is it worth it? I don't think it's worth it. You better find another way to do this. But if you think of running around impregnating women and everything gonna be hunky dory and happy with these crazy women, particularly these black women, good luck with that. And all these are all black women who are doing this shit. Lured these men into getting them pregnant. My friend who's paying the child support payments, this man makes an exorbitant amount of money. He's very well off. They had an agreement they had with an attorney and all this shit. Well, and then she ran all this stuff now. So he's trying to paying child support payments and fighting in the court system to prove that he can be a good father because he wants custody of the child or shared custody. It's a battle. I don't know I don't know how it all, but I've been in family court, and trust me, I've seen this foolishness. But it's a battle in the court system. These women crazy when they come to these children. I would tell you, gay man, don't do it. My friend was telling me this a few years ago. I warned him. I said, don't do that. He did it anyway. And just as I predicted, he running back and forth to court spending, and he don't have, he's spending money fighting. She done ran out to another state. Family court makes a decision about custody, visitation, but even then, these women will violate these family court orders and run off and disappear. Happens every day. Excuse me. I need to take my little pill this morning. But these women, they go after these gay guys, purposely go after them, because they think they're just going to walk away after they've had these babies, these women. Now, don't forget there's a whole nother hustle with women approaching gay guys from other countries to get married and so they can have children and bring them back to the United States. So now I know a couple of guys who did that, married women, had children with these women, and to bring the women back and their children to the USA. I was having a conversation with one of my friends, and she was so shocked at these people. Some people do want children. I don't. I never did. But some gay people want to have their own kids. Right? I mean, I think some gay men are probably excellent fathers. So, but this back and forth and fighting with these women in the court system, good luck with all that. I wouldn't go through all that drama myself personally, but, what's done is done. They went out and did it now. They went out and did it. It was done. It's done. It's done. It's done. Ain't nothing nobody can do about it. But I would warn people, just be careful. Just stop and think about what you're doing before you go down that path. Don't trust these women. A lot of these legal documents that you all draw up are kind of worthless out, because the family court is going to look at it a whole different way. You are the father. You're going to need a DNA test. You're going to have to fight for custody, fight for visitation right. It's just going to be a battle. You might not. I don't know if it's a good idea. I personally think you'd be better off finding a surrogate mother, woman to have your child, or some other way to bring a child into this world. Going this inexpensive, cheap route of getting a woman pregnant and we're going to have a baby. Nah, it's not working, y'all. And these women are purposely pursuing gay men for whatever reasons. Because I think they're an easy mark. They're an easy target. I think straight guys are kind of like, nah, bitch, I'll be hip to your game. They didn't saw, I think a lot of I doubt very soon you can approach a straight man and say, "Oh, well, you have a baby with me. Y'all not in no relationship. You know, you have no ties. You're not even fucking." I think a lot of straight men would be like, "Oh no, bitch, I'm hip to your scam. Man, we wouldn't have me had siphoning money off my paycheck." But a lot of gay guys have been suckered into this because they don't know no better. But they're gonna find out the hard way, like with anything in life. And once they that, because going back, like I said, it's very expensive with these attorneys. It's a lengthy process. Going to court dates set 6, 7, 8 months out. I mean, you talk about a battle that can last for years. So be careful, guys. Don't be fooled. Don't be suckered into this mess with these women and they bullshit. Because they purposely going after gay guys. They purposely going after people that they know I need, not very naive and don't know I'm agreeing to this shit. Be careful and know what you're getting yourself involved in. And if you know like I know, you wouldn't get yourself involved in this nightmare. It's just going to be just a lot of heartache and pain. But, dude, y'all grown folks. You got to make grown folks decisions. But I don't think it's a good idea at all to have a child with a woman that you're not in a relationship with. Y'all don't have any ties. You're just friends or just associates. You don't even really know each other that well. My friend who met this woman off Facebook, she approached through Facebook. And over a year or two, they got to know each other before they decided to go down this path. And she literally did everything she said she wouldn't do. She did it. He has not being allowed to see his own child. Be careful. Do not be fooled by these devious ass women who just want to have a baby, and they don't want you after you have provided them with that semen. They gone. They really don't want to be bothered with you no more. Don't get yourself into a trick bag with these women. These women are devious. They are low down. They don't care. And listen, I know so many of my straight friends who have been through custody battles and child support battles with these women. These women like this mess, particularly black women. They love this. So be careful. Think wisely about what you're doing. Don't do something that you're going to regret for the next 18 years. Because that's what you're going to be dealing with that crazy woman for the next 18 plus years until that child is grown. And imagine all the lies and horrible things this mother is putting into their child's head about you because they don't want you in the picture. Think very long and hard about that decision to impregnate these women, because it's going to be a long, torturous process dealing with these crazy women. This may not be worth it. Anyway, today is Sunday, January the 14th. I guess I'm going to go put some shoes and socks on so I can take these dogs out and give me another cup of coffee. It's 9:44 in the morning. I get the heat on. It's freezing cold outside. What is the temperature outside? 35 degrees outside. Lord. $35 degrees outside. What is this? All these text messages. Let me return to these text messages. Give me another coffee. Take these dogs out. Y'all have a beautiful Sunday, and I'll see y'all later on today. And and I'm out of here. Bye.